All right, so we are here to go over circles. We're going to be looking at the area and circumference of a circle. If you don't remember what circumference was, it's basically the perimeter of the circle. Circum means to go around, and the ference is around the circle. So circumference is the distance around the circle. We're going to be looking at the area too. Okay, so we do have formulas for this. Our area formula is pi r squared, and our circumference formula is 2 pi r, or it could be diameter times pi. Okay, r stands for radius. So we have r here and r here. So r stands for radius, and radius goes from the center of the circle to the edge. Diameter goes all the way through the circle at the center. Okay, so that's your radius and diameter. So when we are trying to find the area of a circle, I have my radius, so it's going to be pi times 5 squared, and then I evaluate the 5 squared. So my area is going to equal 25, and I'm moving that up to the front because pi is viewed as kind of like a variable pi. Okay, now most of the time you may be asked to leave your answer in terms of pi, so pi would need to be a part of the answer. Not sure what the units are, but it would be units squared since we're talking about the space within the circle. Okay, sometimes you might be asked the decimal representation. So you would just do 25 times 3.14, and that would give you 78.54 units squared. That was an 8, 78.54 units squared. Circumference, since I'm given the radius, I'm going to use the 2 times pi times the radius times 5. And I would multiply my 2 and my 5 together since everything is multiplied. And I get 10 pi, and that would be units because I'm looking at the distance around the circle. Okay, so that's a one-dimensional measurement. Okay, you also might be asked for the decimal representation. So 10 times 3.14 would be 31.42, and that would be units as well. Okay, in example 2, we're given the diameter. So there is a relationship between the diameter and the radius. The diameter is equal to 2 radii. Okay, so here was 1. So here would be the 1, and then here would be the other one. So it's 2 radii. And then if you're trying to go from the diameter to the radius, it's half. Okay, so for pi r squared, for the area, my radius would be half of that. So this would be 4, and this would be 4 for the radius. So I have area is equal to pi times 4 squared. And that would give me 16 pi. And because it's the area, it's going to be units squared. The decimal representation, you just put that in your calculator, 16 pi, or 16 times 3.14, you get 50.27 units squared. For circumference, I'm going to use the diameter times pi. So since my diameter is, it's going to be 8 pi. That would be in terms of pi, and that would be units. Sometimes they'll ask you for the decimal representation. So you do 8 times 3.14, and you get 25.13 units. Okay, and that's all there is to it. You would have learned these in middle school. They're not really a part of our TEKS, but you're going to need to know how to find the area and circumference of a circle.